Okay, this is going to be a demo of the Fan Mission Manager, released today, June 7th, 2016. It works with System Shock 2, Thief Gold, and Thief 2 Metal Age. The NewDark versions doesn't work with your standard versions. It must be NewDark for it to work. We start by loading System Shock 2, and when we want to play a game, we choose the mission we want to play and click the Play Fan Mission button here, and you'll see at the bottom over here that it will install this mission when I click it. There it is, it's installing. Once it's installed, it won't do that again, it'll just launch the mission. And we're in the game. Alright, quit. We can start this up again, and we can right click and uninstall this mission. If a mission is not yet installed, you won't see the uninstall mission menu item, but here you have it. So we're going to uninstall it. We'll click yes here to uninstall it, and it'll tell us when it's done. Now when it's uninstalled, it's going to archive your saved games and store that in the same folder as your fan mission archive, and then if you reinstall that fan mission, it will then restore the saved games, so you won't lose any of that. If you need to update the metadata, like mission name here, it wasn't detected, you can do that. Return to the UNN. Okay, and that will be saved next time. You can also update the author. You can update the release date if that's wrong or missing. You can give it a rating. Okay, see, you got three stars there. I can give this one a rating of 1 star. You can mark it as completed. You can either say yes, it's completed if it does not have different difficulty levels, or you can mark the difficulty level you completed of it. This little column here, basically it just tells you all the different file types found in the game in the archive. So just in case you're looking for MP3s or AVIs or whatever, you can search for those. You have a filter button down here, and when you start typing here, it will show you, or it'll filter out. So like if I'm trying to find Arboretum, I just start typing. Yeah, see, like that. Okay. If I'm trying to find all missions with AVIs, yeah, only one of them goes away. What MP3s? Are there any of those? No. What else we got? Oh, batch files. So if I want to find all missions with batch files, I can do that. And these two types have batch files. If I'm looking for an author, like Blades, I can find him too. So that's how the search works. We can also, every time we click here, we can see the notes for each mission. You can also enter your own user notes here, and it'll save those. So you see they're gone here, come back here, and the note I entered is there. Okay. And that's about it for playing the missions. What I didn't explain yet is setup. You go into settings, and really the only thing you got to do is click add directories to add all your mission directories. Once you get that done, you click sync fan mission files here, and it'll populate the grid, and you're off and running. You can view just the missions for the game you're in, like System Shock 2, or you can change it to view all missions. So now you can see we've got System Shock 2, Thief 1, Thief 2, and Thief 3 down at the bottom. You can sort by game. Okay, all these red exclamation points are files that were not determined to be a Thief fan mission, or it wasn't able to determine whether it was or not, or what kind it was. Usually that's because the archive is corrupted, or in the case of Rose Cottage here, that's nothing but a video inside that RAR file. And this is using the 7-zip DLL, so it can do zip files, 7-zip files, and RAR files. It can do all those. You can sort basically any way you want by file size. So if you want to go from find your smallest one to your largest one, okay. You can sort by any column, and it'll work. You can even sort by rating. So now I've got my highest rated first to lowest rated. Are there any other things over here? This is the directory where your archive is stored, and the install folder that the game will be installed in, and a hash. The hash is just so it can find duplicate files and not pull duplicates in. Well, that's about it for this. One thing is, if you're viewing all these all missions and not just for System Shock 2, if you were to try to run one that's not for System Shock, you're gonna get a message like this saying it can't run in System Shock 2. So you're protected there. Let's close it and go to Thief Gold. Alright, kind of the same thing here. I'm going to bring it back to only Thief 1 missions. Now, you have this little max cache thing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the original mission without the max cache enabled. And we're going to come up to our loading screen and see we have 300 gold here, or whatever we want to call it. Now let's get out of here, and we'll go back into it, and we'll click on max cache, and we'll play this. Oops, wrong one. Let's do it again. Click on max cache, and we're going to play the original missions. And now when we get into our load screen, we've got 100,299. So we can pretty much buy everything. Not pretty much, we can buy everything. Alright, now we can get into the mission. Okay. Enough of that. Quit. Alright. Another thing we can do with Thief Gold and with Thief 2 is, if you want to play an original mission and you just want to go straight to that mission, you can come over here and choose any one of these. If you choose 0, it's going to just play Thief starting from the beginning. If you wanted to play any of these missions, you just click on them. I'm going to click on blooper reel here, and we're in the blooper reel. Okay. I didn't do max cache, but oh well. See, so now we're
I'm going to the bear pit
in the blooper reel. Same thing with Thief 2. We can come over here and we can play any of the missions of Thief 2. So if I wanted to go to, what's a good one? Well, let's just do the last one. Sabotage at Soul Forge. And we're at the Sabotage at Soul Forge, and let's play the mission. Oh, he sees me right away. Alright, we'll quit. Alright, so Thief 3, we can do whatever we want here. Let's do, well, let's go Avoiding Mistrust. We'll just pick a random one here. And these have a lot of text files, but really the only one is the README is what you want. And if you want to read that, we're going to play the fan mission now. It's installing it down here. When it's done, we launch the game. Now this one takes a little bit longer, but it'll still come up eventually. Get through all these scenes. Alright, so now we're going to do... Actually, let me set the options down to 1920. And now we're going to go to game. This avoiding mistrust. And we start. If it doesn't... It shouldn't crash. Nope, it's launching. Alright. It's about time somebody did something. Alright.
Oh boy! There! You! I'm gonna get...
No, you're not, because I'm leaving. Exit. Alright. So that's about the size of it. Now, it takes that screen a while to go away, but that's about it. Is there anything left to talk about? Oh yeah, here's a couple of things. Where is... just a second here. Okay, so there you can double click on some of these. Like if you double click on one of these, what it'll do is it will actually open up the zip file in whatever, so you can view it. Over here you can double click this and it brings up that folder. Same thing here, if this exists it'll bring it up and you can look at the actual installed game. When you sync the files, it basically runs through them all, and they've already been synced, so it should go pretty quick. It's just looking at each file, making sure it's in here. If it wasn't in here, it would parse it and add it. That's about it. If you got any questions, you can leave comments or post to the thread in the Thief forums, and all that will be posted, links posted in the comments. So one last thing about and tips. There's some tips and things here, and if you really like it, any donation would be greatly appreciated through Twitch or PayPal, either one. So that's it, and thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.